hand tools is brought to you by EXO Auto Works. EXO Auto Works is Colorado Springs' home of the $40 synthetic blend oil change. Call now, 719-375-3232, or visit exoautoworks.com to make your appointment.
Call us today in order to schedule your $80 wheel alignment on most vehicles.
Enharmonic Studios. Enharmonic Studios is a hybrid digital analog facility designed to be quality and affordable to anyone who wants to make history. Call today, 719-963-2020, or go to facebook.com/Enharmonic Studios. Trevor's Beard is brought to you by The Beard Struggle. The Beard Struggle is my go-to for beard hygiene and styling products, so you should click the link below and use the code TLANE15, that's TLANE15, for 15% off your order. Madrid Maintenance. Madrid Maintenance offers excellent handyman services in the Colorado Springs area, starting at just $35 an hour. You can reach them by phone at 719-963-2020 or online at facebook.com/Madrid Maintenance. The Toolbar, our new line of handmade soap produced in partnership with Crafts by Carolyn Lane, available on Etsy. This soap packs a punch of manly scent like oak and fig, fresh cut lumber, cedar, and more masculine fragrances being developed all the time. With a soft touch of natural oils to cleanse and moisturize, use the link below to buy the Toolbar now. Once you try it, you'll never want to wash with anything else.
Live from EXO Auto Works. Streaming all over the world.
We're coming for you, globalists!
It's your weekly dose of toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity.
With Eric Madrid.
Because if too many people are just running around with their dicks out, it's called the Harambe variant.
And Trevor Lane.
No. Of Karens.
Smash Tools.
Well, first up off the gate, we lost our table. That's funny.
Yep.
You're doing a good job, Trevor. I don't care what anybody says.
It's not good enough.
Don't worry, it's not like we lost our merch store.
Well.
What?
That also happened.
What? We lost our table. Now we lost our merch store. We violated too many community guidelines.
Apparently.
It's a thing. It happens. Well, we're just bad boys.
I guess.
Always causing harm. Been in trouble with the law. And the long arm. Or, I don't know. I'm not going to rhyme that one. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work today. Speaking of work today. Have you ever seen a garage with all of the tools organized in such a fashion that everything's accessible? Everything's lined up from the smallest bit to the largest bit in the drawers, in their own cases, in the drawers, open and ready to use. All DeWalt.
Not that part, but the rest of it I've seen twice. Once was my grandfather's all the time, and the second was mine right after I moved in.
Yeah, the first day.
Yeah.
Day one. Yeah, I was at that garage all day today, and it was beautiful. And I was working on their tile backsplash. What I find dubious is that he had all the tools to do it. He just didn't want to, I guess.
I can appreciate that sentiment at times.
Well, I got into an argument with somebody about changing my own oil. I said, it's not worth it. I can go to EXO, get an oil change. I don't got to throw it away. You know, I don't have to recycle oil and run around or get dirty or do anything like that. And they're like, well, you know, man, if you don't change your own oil. I'm like,
I don't know about that.
Let's just figure, you know, that's 2 hours out of your day that you're not getting paid. Fucking around fees.
Yeah.
Or you could have just taken it down to EXO. Get that nice little oil change. I'm just filling time while you're fucking around on the
Sorry.
computer.
I want to fix this.
I know you
It
do.
irritates me every time.
It's fine.
It's better.
It's better. It's fine.
I just don't understand with this. I'll
How it switches
looking,
from
I'll
one
get
week.
it looking pretty good.
And then it changes.
Settings locked in. Nothing's changed about the lighting.
Nope.
You know, the table's obviously still the same color. It's not like it suddenly got more green.
No. It's
Maybe that's what we should do. Paint the table green.
paint
and
the table
just-
green and have a floating table. That'll work.
Anyways, yeah.
Anyways. Hell of a show tonight. We got a great show.
We do.
We got a great show. Great show.
Got these boys from England.
Girls wet themselves. Yeah, we're going to talk about something that's, near and dear to my heart and in the news today. It's using sex as a weapon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We are going to talk about
We
that.
are. What's pretty hilarious is I watched Family Guy yesterday, and it was the episode where he's like, "Geez, Lois, we've been married forever. I drink and you use sex as a weapon. We get along fine."
Yeah. It's perfect. Well, should we get into the news then?
Let's jump into
All
that.
right,
I'd
let's
really
do it.
like to talk about this issue.
So, in the wake of the Roe versus Wade overturning, a new hashtag has sprung up on Twitter, hashtag sex strike, and it's encouraging women to not have sex until, well, this is what I find odd. Unless you live somewhere that had one of those trigger laws, which there were a number of states that did,
Sure.
abortion hasn't been outlawed where you live,
Right.
which I think is one of the big confusing. People seem to think that with the overturning of this decision, it
That
makes
it's
abortion illegal everywhere,
everywhere.
and that's not what happened at all. It returns the responsibility for legislating on that to the states.
Let's go a step further. How about make it the responsibility of the municipality or the county?
Sure.
Maybe the responsibility of the city that you live in, your city. Or maybe just your own responsibility and it's nobody else's fucking business. Like, let's just keep going down this road.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe it should just be between you and your significant other or whatever your situation and your doctor. Or maybe just you and your doctor.
well, here's I'll give my super sexist opinion. I think elective abortions should be illegal. Like the idea that you just either didn't use birth control or you were one of the 0.01% where it failed. Sorry, you don't get to kill it. Now, if you have a health issue or you've been raped, I think that's a completely different story. And those often get brought up when it comes to abortion laws, which is why I think it's Oklahoma. The way their law, even before this came out, they were kind of testing the waters, I think. They passed and signed into law a bill that outlawed, and that's the way they worded it, was elective abortions. So they called, like health of the mother issues, they called that a medical termination. So it's not even classified as an abortion. Same thing with rape and incest. They call that a medical termination. But they were like, you can't just use it after the fact as birth control. Like, yes, you have a right to choose, and you should exercise that right before it gets to the point where you're pregnant.
And
Even the Plan B pill, go with
right.
that.
And,
you know?
and I'm on the other end of it's none of my business.
Sure.
Yeah, like, it's none of my business.
I would agree that it's none of my business. Say if I knew my neighbor had an abortion and I was in a place where it was illegal, I certainly wouldn't go ratting them out.
No, I don't. It's another way of. It's another, thin end of the wedge.
Yeah. I do find this interesting though. One of the twists that this article points out is, okay, so you're upset at what you consider to be Christian morals being shoved down your throat. Right. So to combat that, you're going to follow the Christian moral of not having sex outside of marriage.
Right. You're going to finally follow it.
To protest that.
well, let's also be, no one reads history books anymore, but prohibition, this hashtag didn't start with abortion and Roe versus Wade in 2022. This hashtag started with prohibition.
Oh yeah.
We're not.
What was that phrase? We will not kiss lips.
Not
any liquor that touches
these lips. Those lips won't touch mine.
Yeah, something like that.
Very wordy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too long.
Totally memorable. Unforgettable. Just perfect hashtag. So it's not a new thing.
Nope.
I think
it's not.
Let's dive a little deeper. Women use sex to get what they want.
Sure.
Men can't do that.
Nope.
Sex is what we want.
That's correct.
That's why we get up in the morning and at 5 a.m. and strap on the work boots and put a house over the head and do all that, because especially if you're saddled up with somebody, that's the person that you had the best sex with, and you want to keep doing that, so you keep doing all this really awesome stuff, and then take it away until you buy them new floors or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. There's also that, but the thing that made me chuckle more was, okay, we're upset about Christian morals being shoved down our throat, so we're going to follow Christian morals, so protest it.
The irony is not lost on me. I see it. I get it. It's pretty funny.
It's like, what do you... well, for the people where this is a religious issue, what do you think they want to happen? What they want is people to not have sex outside of marriage.
Outside of marriage.
So...
It also... It lands on the face of no pun intended. It lands on the face of, well, what you're saying is that only men control all this stuff. Like, well, men are the one are responsible for, all men everywhere are responsible for this, so you're all going to get punished for changing the rules. Like.
The other thing I think is funny is that some people are arguing that like the court didn't have this authority, and it's like it originally was a court decision, so they can totally
reverse it. Or
it's kind of like people got upset that Trump wanted to reverse some of Obama's executive orders, and actually there were court cases that somehow prohibited that, which I don't understand. It should be, in my mind, if it was legal for Obama to executive order it, it should be legal for the new executive to go, nope.
And vice versa.
Just like, the court said this is how it is, and then whatever we're at, 30, close to 40 years later, they went, nope.
Like 50 years later.
Is it 50?
Yeah. 70s were 50 years ago,
Jesus,
bud.
Dude. Oh, that's right. I'm 40. I was born almost in the 80s. Jesus. All right. Well, 50 years later. So, yeah.
Just remember, 8 years from now, the 80s will be 50 years ago.
Fuck. All right, well.
Good luck with that. If you guys are listening, watching, want to chime in, want to comment, there is our chat, our restream. You can...
if you're on... Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, we should see any of your chats. Conceivably. If you're on something else, nope.
Maybe.
We definitely won't see it.
Big fat maybe. So yeah, chime in. This is going to be a fun ride, folks.
In kind of related news, a lot of people are protesting in different ways. Well, there's an official My Body, My Choice protest but they're checking vaccination status for admission.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, I looked up this Twitter handle. It appears that they're a combination of satire and headlines that should be satire. So I don't know if this one is real, but if it is, that's fucking priceless. My body, my choice. You better be vaccinated.
You better be
You
vaccinated.
better have made the right choice with your body.
You have to have made the right choice to be here.
All right. Oh, this is interesting. So we talked about last week the Supreme Court, another Supreme Court decision on concealed carry permits, which specifically it was a New York case, although like anything that the Supreme Court decides, it affects all the other states. Well, the governor of New York is looking at a new bill. I forget where this, I don't know if this is in the decision in this case, but somehow there was mention of sensitive locations. So they're going to have to, they have to move to a shell issue concealed carry permit system. But what the governor is looking at is labeling pretty much everything as a sensitive location, which the court said you can prevent people from carrying guns into. So they're like, they want to call the subway a sensitive location.
The sidewalk.
Yeah. The whole city of New York. So, I mean, they're already like wheeling and dealing and angling to find their ways around the fact that the court said you can't require a reason to exercise a right.
Does no one just have the balls to like call these people out in public, be like, you're just on a power trip?
Yeah. And Keys, yes, I saw that. Apparently the attorney general.
Oh yeah,
I have this set up so they disappear every 30 seconds.
Oh, well, we're gonna miss
so
them.
It doesn't just persist.
I'm down with persist.
You want it to persist?
Yeah.
I could change that. But yes, I saw that story. Apparently the attorney general in California inadvertently leaked to the public the list of names and addresses of everybody that has a concealed carry permit. And I went, oops.
Oops.
It was an accident, so sorry.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess didn't get fired.
Not that I know of. Yeah, a bunch of other info was included, including driver's license numbers and their permit numbers, addresses.
So fucked up. Where'd they leak it? Just online somewhere?
Yeah, and it wasn't, like, the way it's worded is weird. It wasn't, I think you had to do a little bit of digging, but it wasn't, it was freely accessible to those that felt like trying to find it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It wasn't like posted in a news release or something like that. But
no, but if you like,
it went up briefly on their website or something and then got taken down.
Yeah.
But the damage conceivably is already done with that. So
what's Colorado's rules? Well, El Paso County.
For what?
Because we're for concealed.
I think it's like the rest of the state. It's a shell issue.
So you have to go in and get your thing from the sheriff, and
you have to submit a certificate that you took a class that meets their requirements and fill out the little application. But you don't have to say this is the reason I want to.
Sure.
And from what I understand, as long as you meet all the requirements, they can't tell you no.
It's not a just at will carry.
No.
It's too bad.
Why is that? Oh, you want to carry without a permit? You mean like a right?
Yeah.
Like
I do anyway.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I've only been hemmed up a couple times.
Well,
I'm like, well, no, it's just, it's showing. Here you go.
Oh, this fucking farce.
15,000 people's data. Interesting. That's not going to get used, nefariously at all.
Not at all.
No.
Here, let me alter this chat thing. You're right. I think it is better if it stays. I was thinking, oh, that's cool. It just disappears after 30 seconds.
Unless you set it for like 2 minutes.
We can do that.
Yeah, set it for like a couple minutes. Boom. So we've got, oh yeah, this lady.
Yeah, this is kind of bananas. So, as you may or may not know, the January 6th committee is having their super impartial show all sides of the issue hearings where they don't have any witnesses that aren't on the side of it was an insurrection and he was going to take over the government and have himself declared dictator for life, including this lady. She's an assistant to former Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, and I just want to play a little bit of her testimony, and we'll discuss if there's a theme that you see.
Ms. Hutchinson, when you returned to the White House in the motorcade after the president's speech, where did you go?
When I returned to the White House, I walked upstairs towards the Chief of Staff's office, and I noticed Mr. Ornato lingering outside of the office. Once we had made eye contact, he quickly waved me to go into his office, which was just across the hall from mine. When I went in, he shut the door, and I noticed Bobby Engel, who is the head of Mr. Trump's security detail, sitting in a chair, just looking somewhat discombobulated and a little lost. I looked at Tony, and he had said, "Did you effing hear what happened in the Beast?" I said, "No, Tony, I just got back. What happened?"
So the Beast is the nickname
Tony
for
proceeded
the
to tell
presidential
me
limo.
that when the president got in the Beast, he was under the impression from Mr. Meadows that the off-the-record movement to the Capitol was still possible and likely to happen, but that Bobby had more information. So once the president had gotten into the vehicle with Bobby, he thought that they were going up to the Capitol, and when Bobby had relayed to him, "We're not, we don't have the assets to do it, it's not secure, we're going back to the
So I want to
West."
start. She didn't see any of this.
No, this is
She's
all
relaying
hearsay.
something from somebody else.
This is hearsay.
Wing. The president had very strong, a very angry response to that. Tony described him as being irate.
So someone else described this thing.
So someone else. So what I'm seeing is, so you get two 15-year-old girls sitting in a bedroom, talking to each other on the phone or on their internets, saying, "Well, I heard that Albitha went over to Rodney's house, and then Ronnie was like being such a douche, and then."
Yeah.
Okay, so we have hearsay. We should get Johnny Depp's lawyers on the case.
Well, that would be great if they allowed any lawyers.
This is a dog and pony show just to.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All hearsay. So this woman saw nothing,
The president
No.
heard nothing, was not a part of anything,
Nope.
but is a key witness.
Is a key witness to a bunch of stuff that she heard other people say.
said something
happened.
to the effect of, "I'm the effing president, take me up to the Capitol now." To which Bobby responded, "Sir, we have to go back to the West Wing." The president reached up towards the front of the vehicle to grab at
how
the
did she know
so I'm going
that?
to stop it right there. And this has been like, ever since this came out, maybe I should pull up one of the things. There's a diagram of the Beast. You can't get up to the front seat from the back. It's not possible.
No, it isn't. Not even close.
Now, some people have said, no, he was riding in an SUV. I'm like, that's still difficult. especially for a 70-year-old fat man.
Yeah.
So,
Steering wheel. Mr. Engel grabbed his arm, said, "Sir, you need to take your hand off the steering wheel.
How did he get from the back of the
We're
limo
going back to the West Wing. We're not going to the Capitol." Mr. Trump then used his free hand to lunge towards Bobby Engel, and when Mr. Renato had
so this is like some action movie shit.
Action movie,
He's like
ninja.
holding someone off, grabbing the wheel
from
the
the back seat of the limo? Okay.
recounted this story to me, he had motioned towards his clavicles.
All right. We don't need to listen to the rest. I just wanted to point out, and by the way, all of her testimony is, I heard this person say that this thing happened. Someone told me that this person said that. It's all like, how is this? It's not, I understand this is not a court case.
No, it's not. But is there no one of
Like the rules of evidence should be very similar.
At least sort of similar. And anyway, there's no one on this panel though that is going to say, "Ma'am, you're full of shit."
Well, if there was anyone on that panel, it would be the Republicans, and she's currently being questioned and not interrupted by one of the two Republicans because they call them rhinos. They're really not. They're way, they don't follow the rest of the party's ideals at all.
But we have two Republicans.
Yeah, so that they can go. It's a bipartisan committee.
Right. Well, it's just an irrational. I don't know, man. It's basically, I watched a lot of this. I was like, wow, is this The View? Are these the new,
Look, you should be very concerned when you hear that a hearing has a producer.
Yeah.
And this one has a producer. It's basically
a TV show,
campaign ad being made.
Yeah.
For these people on the committee
to
go, look, I tried to stop Trump some more, even though he was gone already.
Awesome. Yeah, Doug, he's fucking nimble. He's super nimble. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think the new Action Jackson movie is going to be, starring Donald Trump.
Cool.
And Steven Seagal in his aged, hefty state.
They're about on par with each other at this point,
Yeah.
I would think.
Both in their 70s.
Yeah. Well, some good news.
Hair dye.
From South Dakota. A bill has been signed into law by their governor, Kristi Noem, that does away with fees associated with getting concealed carry permits. So, and I guess they're even, because you know how they introduced fees to pay for the federal background checks that all the states pretty much passed on to everybody? They're not. They're paying the fees.
Huh.
I mean, obviously what that means is everybody pays the fees.
I mean, in the end.
Through taxes, but.
In the end, but.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Or, you just tell the Fed, put it on the bill. Put it on my tab. What are you going to do? Come for me?
They just add it.
You guys can't even figure out which side of the aisle you're on.
Thing. Yeah, no shit. Let's see. I think that's it for the news. Yeah. Brings us to cool stuff. And we have a couple of really cool things. So we'll get some cool stuff going.
I forgot to send you the tool of the week. I'll do that for next week.
Okay. All right.
It involves a come and go.
Okay.
An SUV, two Vatos, and an air mattress.
Okay. I look forward to seeing it.
It's a true story.
For thousands of years, humanity lived in peace, without any murders or violence at all. And then, firearms were invented by notorious business partners Bill Weapon and Cornelius Gunn. Personkind was instantly plunged into a horrifying hellscape of death and destruction. And it's all thanks to guns. Here are some facts about these deadly weapons of mass destruction that you might not know. This is a deadly scoped semi-auto revolver with an extended mag
Yes,
clip.
we were muted. Sorry.
A gun just like this one was used to kill Abraham Lincoln. If guns hadn't been invented, Lincoln would still be alive today. This is a 9mm handgun, though I measured it, and it's actually much bigger
Much
than
bigger.
that. This is one of the most powerful, fully semi-automatic, clip-loading assault firearms on the planet.
Fully semi-automatic.
Let's take this to the range and see what it does to a human being.
The 9mm bullet blows the lung out of the body.
As you can see, his lung was blown right out of his body. And he's a dummy. He didn't even have lung. Terrifying. This is the most fearsome weapon of all, the AR-15, which stands for Assault Rifle with a power level of 15. It's so heavy you can barely lift it. Help me! Help me! Help me! As heavy as 10 boxes that you might be moving.
It is as heavy as 10 boxes that you might be moving.
This is the shoulder thing that goes up. Scary. This is the trigger which decides whom to murder without any human input whatsoever.
That's right.
This is the antenna which receives orders from Nazi Germany. This is a rail which can be used for all sorts of deadly attachments, from a chainsaw bayonet and a Bible attachment to a MAGA hat launcher. This is the 50 caliber round commonly used in AR-15s. Let's go ahead and load it in through the 30 clip magazine.
30 magazine clip.
That was worth it.
Oh,
that was worth it. Can you send that to me?
yes. I think I did. I sent it to you on Twitter.
All right.
So.
That's going everywhere. It's as big as 10 boxes you might be carrying. You might be carrying?
You know, when you try to move and you got 10 boxes.
It's funny because this next
the same as an AR-15.
Yeah, this next picture is funny. It reminds me of one of those things where the fox is in with the the dogs. It's like day 6. They haven't figured me out yet because the fat dude in the middle is like, just keep looking forward, and then the dudes on the side are like, who's these sons of bitch?
Well, we're gonna pay some bills and then we'll do the week in history. Yep. If I find it, there it is.
So on my way over here, my brakes made an awful noise. And the last time I got them done, it was so expensive.
You should go to EXO Auto Works. They did a great job on mine and it was way cheaper than anywhere else I've been.
That sounds great. I need to get their number from you.
At EXO Auto Works, we offer the best price on brake service in town. We include brand new brake pads, rotors, and hardware, which saves you money and gets you on the road faster. See our website for a full list of our services. Call EXO Auto Works today.
This is Vinny. He loves his beard. He loves his woman, and she loves him. But Haiti doesn't like the look and feel of his beard. Wait a minute. What's this? It's Daily Tonic Beard Oil from The Beard Struggle. That's gonna alleviate dry skin and irritation. What she got now? It's Warrior's Beard Butter from The Beard Struggle. That's gonna make his beard soft and fluffy. And what's this? The Carbon X Heated Beard Brush from The Beard Struggle. That's gonna straighten those curls. There's more. The Voxter Beard Growth Accelerator from The Beard Struggle. That's to stimulate hair growth. The Beard Struggle helps to build relationships. Used by thousands of men worldwide. Order online now from thebeardstruggle.com.
Use the code TLANE15 for 15% off your order.
First on the flank, get it started. Get fired, and it's
All right, this week in history. June 30th, 1934, Adolf Hitler orders the purge of his own party in what was known as the Night of the Long Knives. This happens with all totalitarian movements. At some point, the guy who's in charge sees others within the party, especially after they've seized power, as threats. Stalin did it. Hitler did it. The woke people are doing it now. You can never be enough of whatever it is to pass muster, and when you fail, they give you the axe. So, let's see, July 1st, 1963, the U.S. Postmaster introduces the zip code. Look at that fun little guy. I'm assuming his name's Zippy.
Yeah. I think that's Bob Disney, lesser famous.
Yeah.
We have zip code. Hey, we have too many fucking people.
Let's see, July 2nd, 1961. Famed novelist Ernest Hemingway commits suicide at his home in Ketchum, Idaho. Excuse me. And that brings us to a once-a-year sponsor, Hemingway Signature Shotguns.
Exclusive
features.
That's right. Easy reach trigger. Perfect for hooking with the big toe. Double barreled. It's a success. It will be insured. Comfort muzzle fits perfectly in the mouth or under the chin.
And as Hemingway himself said, the world breaks everyone. Every man's life ends the same way.
Cheddar.
It's Hemingway shotguns.
You think you're so funny, Trevor. That is pretty messed up. Hey, nice job. Nice job. Way to spring that on us.
Yeah.
Good job.
I don't know why the chat disappeared in this scene. But I'm bringing it back. There it is. All right. Let's see. July 3rd, 1901. The Wild Bunch, led by Butch Cassidy, committed its last American robbery near Wagner, Montana, taking $65,000 from a Great Northern train. And this, of course, was dramatized in the movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid before they went down to Bolivia.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that they were that far into, like, it was into the 1900s.
Right?
They were totally in the 20th century.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still cowboy, or
And of course, July 4th, 1776.
What's
the amended Declaration of Independence, prepared by Thomas Jefferson, was approved and signed by John Hancock, the president of the Continental Congress, and Charles Thompson, who's nowhere near as famous, the Congress secretary. The state of New York abstained from signing.
Of course they did.
Yeah. They weren't quite ready to commit to this. They're like, this is going to start a war. And everyone else is like, yeah.
They don't like guns up there.
They don't, apparently.
No.
Let's see. July 5th, 1892. Andrew Beard is issued a patent for the rotary engine. What's interesting about the rotary engine is instead of pistons in the combustion chamber, it has that triangular shaped wheel thingy. I'm sure there's a cool technical name for it, but as the explosions happen, it just pushes that triangle and it spins in a circle, thus spinning the flywheel. Very popular for aircraft, propeller-driven aircraft, because you just directly drive the propeller with that thing. And I think Nissan is the only one. I'm not even sure if they still use it, but I know back in the day, Nissan was famous for using it in those, was it the Z28 or whatever?
The Miatas and the Z28s and some of their Pathfinders.
Oh, really?
And Subaru.
Well,
great American car.
Yeah.
Subaru.
And finally, this week in history, July 6, 1944, Lieutenant Jackie Robinson, of course, of professional baseball fame, of the U.S. Army, while riding a civilian bus from Camp Hoo, Texas, refused to give up his seat to a white man, thus defying state law at the time, way before Rosa Parks. He was like, go fuck yourself. About a long day of Army training. So that brings us to the end of the week in history. And it also sadly brings us to the close to the end of our show. But we hope you've had the time of your life.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. What other... Dang it. We had all kinds of these ready to go last week.
We did.
This Saturday, July 3rd?
I think the 4th is Monday, so 2nd?
2nd. July 2nd at the Union Station.
Oh,
Facing
okay.
Forward will be playing.
It wasn't on your events page. So.
From 5 to 7. It's for a benefit. If you guys want to join us, helping out some folks, that would be great. Something about a Subaru. No trash can games today.
What?
No, we didn't.
Not this time.
There's no sports today.
Yeah.
We didn't do it.
We didn't.
But we hope, you had the time of your life.
We do.
Get it? Because the music is so bad.
And Michael Cohn says none of those cars are right.
That is
I know
correct.
It was some kind of J-Pan car that had it.
That is correct, Cone. We have no idea what we're talking about. I was just listing off things that I knew.
I thought Datsun, which marketed as Nissan here in
Toyota,
the U.S., went with the.
What was that one car? The Tucker Mobile.
What?
The Tucker.
The Tucker.
Yeah.
The company that went out of business.
Yeah, that had forward. Yeah.
Okay.
Front wheel drive cars.
Maybe.
Sure they did.
I have no idea.
Another case in where the court screwed him over.
I know. Datsun.
Is there a thing called a Daihatsu? Daihatsu?
I don't believe so.
Nice. Hey, Cone, that was the car. It was a Daihatsu. A Daihatsu. Daihatsu to. Anyway, all of our members-only stuff is over at our mantoolsminions.locals.com. Get all that for $3 a month. You can check out our gun control mass shootings video, which was actually super helpful and informative. It has a lot of factual stuff, not like the guy
Not like
from
the
earlier.
Not like the thing on the rotary engines.
Or 10 boxes.
Yeah, the
10 boxes you
yeah.
might be carrying. Oh boy.
And I recently was on a podcast called the All About Nothing podcast, talking about guns and gun sales. So be sure to check that out. We're going to play a little promo for them right before the credits. So
Marvelous.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, we'd like to thank our sponsor, ZXO AutoWorks, for telling us which cars actually had a rotary disc engine, or whatever that thing's called.
He just told us we were wrong.
I know. I'm baiting him. I'm a master at that. Enharmonic Studios, crafts by Carolyn Lane. The Beard Struggle. Remember, every time you order from Beard Struggle, please use the code TLANE15. Hopefully all you guys got that written down.
That's correct.
Go to Madrid Maintenance, where there is no discount, and you're not going to get no, not at all. But you'll get a fair price, I promise. It will be fair. See, I said Mazda RX-7. Shut up, Cone. Don't.
I need to delete that last line.
We no longer have merch at that one place because we violated the rules. Apparently, the Harambe variant is a thing.
I don't know, man.
Maybe we should source locally. Check us out on the web, mantoolsmedia.com, and you can find all of our other shit on mantoolsmedia.com. Thanks for watching, and or listening wherever you partake in pooping and listening to podcasts.
And if you drive a Mazda RX-7, I bet it has a rotary engine.
I got 5 on it. I still say it's a Daihatsu Mondo.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Good night, everybody.
Hello, podcast listener. My name is Barrett, and along with a couple friends, Zach and Trent, I host the All About Nothing podcast. A weekly discussion about news, entertainment, politics, sports, and more. We give our honest opinions about the information that's most affecting the world. Sometimes serious, sometimes funny, but never not interesting. It's the All About Nothing podcast with Zach King, Trent Clark, and Barrett Gruber. Get it wherever you listen to podcasts, or visit theallaboutnothing.com for links. The All About Nothing podcast. It's likely to be the best part of your week.